Hello, this is Jenny McKenna, and we are at 7404 Maiden's Run. We are going to talk about the things that I am suggesting in order to cosmetically get the property in the best rental condition it can be to achieve the highest rental amount. So the first thing we're going to look at is we have a lot of rocks and no shrubbery, which is fine. It's a little smaller front yard, but I don't like how the weed barrier has started to come up through the rocks. So what I would like to do is have a landscaper come out, take those stepping stones, we'll call them, have it be more organized up to the side, and then just bring in another load of rocks that are the same color, and then just kind of tuck all that weed barrier up underneath. So that's what we're going to need to do here for the front. One thing that you'll notice is the garage door panel does have a couple dents in the bottom of the garage. I'm not worrying about it right now because it's functioning fine. So that is about an $800 expense that maybe later on we'll need to do if it stops functioning, but it's not something that's going to stop us from renting it. It doesn't have an ugly look to it when you first look at it, so we're just noting it, but we're not doing anything with it at this time. Driveway for the most part looks pretty good. We do have a couple stains here, but we're not going to worry about it. We have a light here that will be replaced. This light will actually match the other coach lights, so that's what we're going to do right here. But the paint job is great on the exterior. The fascia looks good. I will have Joe just do a nice painting right here along the trim of the door. Since this is the very first thing you look at when you walk in, I don't want them to see any of these exposures. So this will get a nice pretty paint job. Now coming in here, the thing that I would like to do is I'd like to get rid of all of this flooring. So we have a DIY job on laminate, which was not installed good. We have carpet that we're going to use in the playhouse. And then we're also going to get rid of this laminate and then also get rid of the ceramic tile that's in the kitchen. What I would like to lay down here is the ceramic tile planks that look like wood. They are durable because it is ceramic. And they're going to have a silver gray look to it. So more of a light color to try and make this downstairs be a little bit bigger. We're going to paint the walls gray. Now normally if you watched any videos that I have done, I am always saying we're going to do our executive paint. It's going to be a biscotti color. We are not doing that on this house. On this house I want it as light as possible because I want to take the 1,400 square feet and make it look as large as we can. So we're going to go with a light gray wall. We're going to go with a nice thick baseboard that's going to be white. All of that is going to go through this entire downstairs. So it's just going to make it pop. We are going to change out those, we're going to get rid of the curtains first and foremost, and we're going to change out those very old tired blinds. If you literally look at them, they're aged. They actually have discolored, they're brittle, they're about to break, they don't operate correctly. But we are going to put on some nice wood faux blinds on those two windows. So just imagine how this is going to look all with that grayish flooring, ceramic, gray walls, white big baseboards, still ceiling white, still the exterior door and door frames all white. Okay. Because the previous seller gave us a nice white ceiling fan here, we're going to leave that. That's going to be just fine. We are going to replace these with a brand new slider, not slider door, but the slider blinds. In here in this kitchen, it's a good sized kitchen as you can see. This is where I want to make sure that the future tenant walks in and says, wow, I like this kitchen. I can deal with this. So again, we're going to have that plank silver, ceramic tile, silver gold, light white coming through here. We're going to paint the cabinets white so that that matches everything and freshens everything up. The good news is our refrigerator, dishwasher, microwave can all stay. We are going to replace that stove oven with a really nice white stove oven. We're going to put a new granite countertop on, which has that, it's got the speckles of the silver, the gray, and the black. So that's going to look awesome in here. And then they're going to do the undermount sink with a more of a gooseneck faucet for the kitchen sink. We are going to remove this. That's not necessary. It totally impedes this area. We are going to get new blinds here. So the other thing is notice I am 5'2", and I am pretty darn close to this ceiling. So what I want to try and eliminate is anything that somebody would go, this ceiling is too low. So we're going to get rid of this light here, and we're going to put in 4 can lights in a square. So 2 here and 2 over there. And then as tradition, you usually always put 1 above the sink. So we'll put 1 above the sink, and we'll put 1 over here since there is a half bath here. So there'll be 1 right here. Total of 6. I like this neat modern light, so we're going to leave this as an accent light. You can adjust these to different areas. I think people will really like that, so we're just leaving that. Here in this bathroom, of course, we're going to have the new flooring in here. And really the only thing we're doing in there is we're matching the towel racks and the toilet roll holder to match the new faucet, which is a brass nickel. So very minor stuff in here. I've never liked a bathroom next to the kitchen. If this was my house, this is how that would be the entire time. But we'll see what they want to do. This is a nice big pantry, so we'll be cleaning that up, but obviously whoever's here is going to enjoy that there's that nice big pantry there. Let's go outside. And just to kind of give you an idea of why we can't salvage this laminate, I mean, there's just so many places that it would be, trying to fix it would be so much more costly than if we just ripped it up and started over. So out here, I believe this is the big ticket item of this house. This is a great backyard. It has synthetic grass, so you never have to worry about it, yet it gives you that nice, calm, more of a cool feeling, especially in the heat. I like that it's got some coverage of the pine trees, again, maintenance free. And then we have a super cute playhouse. So we want that playhouse to actually look better. We're gonna paint the playhouse. We're gonna have it be a light brown with the accents being darker brown. We're gonna go ahead and take the carpet from the living room that we are pulling out, and we're gonna put it in here. And we're also gonna do a nice paint job inside there. This house absolutely will have children. It is a 14 and change square foot home, 4 bedrooms. There's just no way we're not gonna have a kid in here. And I think this is just awesome. Let's let the kids come outside, have some fun here, and I think the people that are walking through the property will really love that. This can be a little herb garden if anybody wants to. We'll just leave it the way it is. This, however, needs to be trimmed. And so we need to take all those dead fronds and they need to be cut away. Because of the height of this palm tree, my guess is this is going to be about a $200, $250 job. The good news is it's only one. The neighbors next to us have done a great job trimming their palm trees, so everything around us has been well maintained. We just need to do one palm tree in our backyard. Okay. This also is going to get painted. I like this. I think this is fun. You can put some bar stools here. We're just going to get a nice coat of paint. As time goes on, if you want to even make this nicer, and Joe could put some tiles on it to really make it look like an actual bar. For right now, we can spend that money later. It doesn't have to be now. So this is just going to get painted. Also, these trellises that are up here, they're broken. There's no reason to try and paint those. We can actually buy sets of trellises that are already white and vinyl. We are putting those up there. So this is going to have a whole new facelift to it. It's going to look fresh. It's going to look clean. It's going to be awesome. So that is all that I've got for the backyard. I will make this note. I like this DIY job. This is a clothesline. And believe it or not, it is awesome to have something where you can hang up some of your things that you don't want to stick in a dryer. So I like that being there. So we're just going to continue having that there. Okay. So that is everything on the downstairs. So let's take our video on up to the upstairs. One thing Eric has noted is all of these are kind of an off-white outlets. They are going to need to be changed to be true white, especially if we're going with the gray walls and the white baseboards. So we will change out all these outlets to have that finishing product. What I'm trying to do is save some money. So this carpet is in pretty good shape. There are some stains. We will note those stains to you. I do not think it's going to stop anyone from renting the property, especially with the other things we're going to do. One of the reasons I'm picking the color for the plank tiling is because I want to keep this carpet, and we're always going to want a dark carpet even when we decide to replace it in the future. So this carpet, as you go up, I think is in good shape, at least good enough shape to get it rented, and we will clean it. So the previous tenants did a good job on it. We can do a better job. So we'll get this all clean. Remember, this is all going to be a full paint job. This will be nice and white. These will be gray. So this will all have a whole new feel. So this is the couple pink stains that I'm not going to be able to get up. So what you're looking at is here. It is pretty light, but there are a few of them. It's in this little area. We will lighten it as good as we can, but they'll stay there. Not worth replacing this carpet. I just don't think that we need to spend the money on that right now. And truthfully, this carpet's going to get a lot of wear and tear because it's going to be kids and moms going up a very narrow area. So in reality, I don't really want to replace them until we absolutely have to. Bathroom in here, good news is not a lot we need to do. So we've got a good faucet. We just need to match those lights, the light bulbs. We've got a drain stopper that is needed here. Again, this is all going to get a nice new paint job, so it should be really nice. We will step in here. This is the master, believe it or not. So it's not as large as some other masters, and it's certainly not a large bathroom. That's why, again, I'm 99.9% sure this is going to be a family that is going to say, I need the rooms, and I'll deal with cutting off the space to keep everything within my budget. We will clean the carpets, we'll paint the walls, we will put new blinds on, and we will get rid of this solar screen here. So that way it makes this room much brighter. We will put a transition strip here so that it makes that from tile to carpet a little bit better, not so worn out. And in this bathroom, quite honestly, it's matching light bulbs and it's putting in a drain stopper. So again, we're trying to save money on the things that aren't going to get you any additional money when it comes to renting it. Bifold doors, anybody who has ever seen me, you know that my feeling of bifold doors is it's just waiting to break, but it is what it is. We're going to clean them up. They actually work really great right now. Joe wants to take, if he can, salvage the ceramic tile in the kitchen that matches both the bathroom tiles and see if he can't tile underneath this. As you can see, they have just literally laid it on the raw floor. So having a little bit of tile on that, I think, is going to be beneficial as the years go on. So he'll remove these, put some of that tile down here, put these back, check for the drain, hook everything up, especially since you're upstairs. We want to make sure we don't have any water issues whatsoever. So he's going to take care of that. And then we're going to go into bedroom 1, 2, and 3. These are all exactly pretty much the same. See this nice little rail that they've got here? I call this a chair rail. Not sure what anybody else would call it, but I think it would be awesome to go gray, leave this white with those white baseboards. So we're going to do that in both these rooms, room 1 and room 2, that have this chair rail. We do need to replace that door. Don't know what the previous seller did, but that door is a mess, as a matter of fact. It's warped right here, and I can't even close it. So this thing needs a whole new door. This solar screen will be removed. It'll brighten up this room again. And then we've already got, like I had said, it's been sun-worn, discolored. We're going to get a new blind in here. We're not worrying about any ceiling fans in any of these rooms. It's not necessary in this price range. Here, this is actually what it looks like when you don't have a solar screen on, so you can see that it really brightens everything up. And this is actually a blind I like. So this is the blinds that are going to go throughout the rest of the house. So this blind we don't need to touch. We are going to cut all of these lines so that there's no additional wiring. If the tenant decides to do any kind of dish, then they can do their wiring and we don't have to deal with that. Again, white. This will be gray. There is some texturing that needs to happen over there, because I believe that somewhere in the past that was a hole and they tried to fix it, but it's not textured quite right. Closet doors will be reinstalled. And then, of course, painting of this door. But look, it's this, I mean, it's a 6-panel door. It's a really nice door. In here, same thing. We'll leave the solar screen on this window because I'm not planning on covering this part of this window. So when we replace this blind, it's actually just going to go from here to here. And that way I want to leave that screen on there for a little bit of privacy. We'll reattach the closet door. This room will be all gray. We're not going to do any kind of accent on this room. We do need to put a new smoke detector in. Joe's going to check for every smoke detector to make sure that they're all working fine. But this one definitely needs a new one. We are going to leave these light fixtures. No reason to change them out. We'll get a new AC filter in here. And other than that, pretty great property. So I'm excited to see it when it's got all of its gray walls and its ceramic tile flooring, and that kitchen is just going to pop. It's going to look great. All right, so that's for 7404 Maiden's Run.